Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Has-Beens podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Adam.
I'm Skylar.
And I'm old.
Oh, good
Now
lord.
back to me, the smoldering Adam. What are we going to talk about today, Skylar?
I don't really know. What are we talking about? We're talking about that one thing. I'm gonna have to get it pulled up. So yeah, Adam, what are we gonna talk about?
We did have we did have something about the potato case.
Yeah.
It's probably false.
I don't know. It's not a false report. This is the true 90. Now, I've not went and read this 99-page report yet. The key word in that was yet.
Disclaimer.
I will read the report. You just got to give me more than 2 hours to go read it.
Yeah.
Because this report literally
I don't
came
know
out
what
2
you're
hours.
talking about. Anyone can read a 92-page
99.
report.
I can read
99-page report in 2 hours.
I've read the first.
Yeah.
I read the first page. But, luckily we have great reporters like Brian Enton and Josh Benson and J.B. Buno and all of them. Brian Enton probably the best. That will go through, read the report, and post the most important parts on Twitter.
Yo, I'm telling you, my reading per minute has seriously decreased after High Point. Because, in High Point, I used to read,
I hated that.
I don't know, I think I used to read 12 words, 30 words per minute. So you can do the math. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's probably overestimating how quickly I could read.
I did, and look, after elementary school, I started to hate reading because AR sucked.
Exactly.
I've always hated reading because of AR.
Yeah.
They started doing AR for us in kindergarten.
Yeah, that's when they started.
We had AR and AM.
We had AR, I think, in kindergarten.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had math too. Because I had 100 math objectives one year, so I know we had math too.
Okay. AR math was not as bad.
No.
Because they did not push math as hard as they did.
That wasn't terrible.
Yeah, they did not push math as hard as they did reading, so it wasn't as bad. But my God, you couldn't walk into school without hearing, "Oh, you need to take this test on AR."
Yeah, I know, right?
And it got old. Like, I think I had it was either my third or fourth grade year. I had 800 and some thousand words, and that was the year that burnt me out on reading. That was the year that was after that year I was burnt out. I was like, nope. Look, I do still own one book though. Well, I have more kids books down here, but they're basically from my sister.
I
did 1 million once. I did 1 million once. I always got burned out before I could even make it past 500,000.
Bro, what y'all talking about, man? I barely did it AR.
Well, we was forced pretty heavily.
I was forced pretty heavily.
We were given a goal.
Yeah,
my mom.
We had to meet it.
The only reason why I even got past 500,000 was because I was forced to make it to 500,000.
Yeah, they put more effort on him for us. My mom told me one time when I think I was in first grade, she said, keep doing tests until you run out of them. The thing is, they don't run out of tests.
Yeah, that's the issue. They don't run out.
7, and I told my mom, there's 7. I've done 70 of these things.
They don't run out, unfortunately. See, I've only got one book that I will read now, and it's all messed up. But it's a weather. It's a weather book. Okay, it's a weather book. I've got I think I've got 2 ebooks on my phone, but it's a weather book. All you can do is pray. It's by James Spann about the April 27, 2011 tornado outbreak. I'm only part of the way through it, but it's actually really good so far. So I suggest you go read it.
Here, I'll give you a book that I can sit down and read anytime I want.
I refuse to read.
NASCAR, the complete history.
It better be a real book here soon.
Everything in here up to 2015. Everything.
It better be a real book here soon. We gotta make sure we don't cheat like other people do.
Got everything from the black and white photos of moonshine running to it's got Kelly Yarbrough split.
Sorry, I don't think I could sit there and read that.
It's got Dale Jarrett's Daytona 500 victory. It's got Matt Kenseth winning a championship. It's got Carl Edwards flip. It's got Jeff Gordon winning at Martinsville. It's got Eric Jones. Got everything. This is the last page of the book.
There's not a single book alive that I would read unless I'm reading it with someone else so I can enjoy it with someone else so I can make jokes about it.
True.
I'll read a book like about weather, like all you can do is pray, or there's one there. Weathering Life is on my phone, but the reason I'm reading these is those two are written by a famous meteorologist, James Spann. Anyone that knows weather knows James Spann, and Weathering Life is all about his life, and all you can do is pray is about a generational tornado outbreak that even affected our area. So I had to buy that one.
It gets so quiet when you're reading. That's mainly why I don't. That's mainly why I won't read, because that's mainly why I wouldn't read. I don't like reading anything. It gets really quiet when I read.
Yeah.
Skylar, they have all 52 races of the 1948 season.
Okay. Yeah, I still don't know if I could sit down and read that.
All
Too big.
52.
To me, it looks like a textbook, and I hate textbooks.
It is very heavy, but it's not like a textbook. It's really not like a textbook.
It looks like a Guinness World Record book.
Yeah, I would call it I flipped to a random page. Richard Petty's Championship.
Hey. That's probably what I'd have to. I just flip to random pages like daily and do one random page a day. So I got that with the entire thing.
Bobby Allison's championship. Dale Earnhardt's first ever championship. Look at that man rocking that mullet.
Look at it. And Adam has no idea what we're ever here talking about.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hang on.
I can find
we
it really.
do shameless self-promos on this podcast a lot, but this isn't a self-promo. This is a congratulations message to this team behind me.
That team.
The Tennessee Titans. And if you follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, you know it, and if you know me, you know it, because I've basically told everyone I know. The Titans are the number one.
Tennessee Titans.
Yeah.
The day that they won the South.
Yeah. I'm Titans diehard. Titans for life. But the Tennessee Titans, the number one seed in the AFC playoff picture, and the road to the Super Bowl in the AFC goes through Nashville, Tennessee. And I really want to go to one of the playoff games, but I don't have the money.
So.
You don't know how much I'd pay if I actually had the money to go. I would be buying an end zone ticket, lower level, like right now. Yeah. That I don't have the money.
Sprint car. This is what we're looking at for sprint car right here.
Yeah, we got a little savings fund there to go to Tulsa.
Got a little savings one. Hey, y'all can contribute to GoFundMe for my racing career.
Yeah. Or if you have a business, you could sponsor him. Contact one of us. You could sponsor. We're looking for a sponsor.
This is my first ever Benjamin I've ever held in my life. I won a race, the first ever Benjamin I held.
Adam has honestly I did. So
little kids.
What? What have I done?
Nothing yet.
So let's talk about the
story for us.
Yeah, oh God, no, Adam, no stories.
No stories.
It's too late on a Wednesday night for that.
Adam will pull, when a mommy meets a dad.
It's too late for a story.
Oh, it's too late for an Adam story. Adam stories, no. Sorry.
Adam stories have a sweet spot. 8:30 and 11:30.
Yeah.
They have a sweet spot. Not 8:30 to 11:30. 8:30 and 11:30.
Yeah. Not a time while this podcast is on the air.
Yeah. Not at that time.
So, let's talk about the topic that we was going to talk about and the one that interests probably all three of us. Gabby, and if I go on a rant, I will apologize in advance because this could get bad. You have me talking about this case. This could get bad. So, a lot of people know about the Moab traffic stop. I'm not pulling file video. I don't feel like pulling file video right now. If I did, I would pull it. But the investigative review in that traffic stop August 12th, anyone following the case knows about that traffic stop where, Gabby and Brian got into this fight, blah, blah, blah. Cops pulled them over, hours long of body cam video. And I watched all of it, and a lot of people did. So, there was a private investigator, not related to the Moab Police Department, investigate the Moab Police Department's procedure, and says there was probable cause to arrest not Brian Laundrie, but Gabby Petito. The private investigator said they should have arrested Gabby. That Brian Laundrie was the victim of a domestic assault in that case, in that incident. Brian Laundrie was the victim.
I thought he punched her first.
Well, the conflicting reports of that.
That's what I heard.
This says Moab officers did not enforce the law, according to this private investigator. Go ahead, Adam.
Okay,
sorry.
Look, I'm sorry, but unless this person is Adrian Monk, I'm not believing this person.
Well, I don't think this person knows what they're doing. I'm sorry. But it was pretty obvious who the initial aggressor was. The 911 calls told you who it was. But you still went, and you still, I don't know. Anyway, the Moab report says, in quote, the lack of emotion and fear from Brian may point towards someone who is the predominant aggressor. But, as previously mentioned, Gabby's statements to law enforcement makes it extremely difficult, if not impossible, to sustain a charge against Brian as it relates to this incident. So they're saying because Gabby said she was the primary aggressor, you have to charge her. Okay, that's within the incident. Okay, you need to go to the outside witnesses instead of fiancés that could be trying to cover up for each other. Because these two fiancés, obviously they were trying to cover up for each other. Because, they was in this such loving relationship. We saw how that all ended, didn't we? So.
Hey, inside joke. There's a little bit of an inside joke there.
Actually, I didn't even mean to do that inside joke, but, it kind of is. We better hope certain people are not watching this podcast right now.
Oh, no, I got one person, and they got, like, a weird thing.
Yeah, that's what was happening last week, and you guys said, or the week before, whatever, and you guys said they weren't popping up on your screen. Now you know what I'm talking about.
I only got one viewer.
You will know the inside joke after the podcast is over, okay?
Yeah, we'll tell you about that, yeah.
We cannot say it on this podcast. This podcast goes on YouTube. I'm sorry. You're going to have to warn her until 9:30.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
I think I already have an idea.
Moving on.
Moving on to a new topic.
We can continue with Gabby Petito, but we're continuing on somewhat. So, they also said...
Can I just say... Sorry.
Go ahead.
By the way, can I just say, we haven't done one of these in, 12 episodes?
Gabby Petito episode? Yeah. Well, this isn't all about Gabby, but it's going to end up being all about Gabby, because I'm going to end up going off here in a few minutes. You watch. Once I figure out who this private investigator is, I'm going to end up going off on him.
I got money on what you're going to say.
Oh, good Lord. Okay. Brian Laundrie.
Remember, man, PG.
Do what?
Keep it PG.
I'll try. The Moab report says Brian Laundrie is set up with a hotel room, but the couple was provided with no local resources to help victims of domestic violence. Okay. The Moab police officer, Pratt, he is not the initial officer on scene. He's the officer from the second body cam video we saw and all that. He says, I am desperately blanked over that she got killed. I really am. I would have done anything to stop it if I would have known that was coming. Unfortunately, I cannot say a word that was said in his statement, so if it was a little bit PG-13, it'd be okay, but it's kind of a little over PG-13, so I cannot say it.
A little bit over. Is it where Red Dawn is the first ever PG movie? Because it's too gory, but it's not too gory?
Yeah. Look, we might get it kicked off YouTube. We're 3 teenagers sitting here.
Oh, yeah, there's your fun fact of the day. Red Dawn was your first ever PG-13 movie.
Yeah. Moab report, the officers did not know what they were doing was wrong at the time and did not make any decision to benefit themselves in any way. They both believed at the time they were making the right decision based on the totality of circumstances that were presented. No, what was the correct thing they should have done? It was obvious. You had two outside witnesses saying Brian was the aggressor. I'm sure you could have got video from one of those businesses in downtown Moab. Okay. Brian was obviously the aggressor. You could tell in the body cam video. She was in distress. Brian was calm. It's kind of obvious, okay? Sorry, if you have any common sense, and this is nothing against the two officers, but if you have any common sense, you can tell Brian is the aggressor.
But he is.
All you have to have is a little bit of a brain and a little bit of common sense to know this. And I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Officer Robbins, Officer Pratt, the United States Park Service officers, if you see this, I'm sorry. But I'm just going to go off and say, Brian Laundrie, I don't care what this stupid report says. He don't know what he's talking about either. I know. I've not took law classes and stuff, but
I knew you were gonna get. I was about to put money against Adam, saying that you would rant about the police force.
Well, I mean, look,
I was about to put down money.
Oh my good lord!
I was about to say he's gonna go.
How can you categorize Gabby Petito was the aggressor in that incident? Like, look, we have all night. I have all night. I will play the body cam video. There's 2 videos, body cam videos. They're each an hour long. We can sit here all night and watch these if we need to. And I will point out everything I see in them if I need to.
Put the night aside and just watch that so we can have more information for Wednesday.
Yeah, well, you see, I'm going to. See, if we watch the body cam videos, I'm going to get even worse. But there's some obvious points in the body cam videos where Gabby is not the aggressor. Brian's calm. Gabby is showing signs of domestic violence, that she's the victim. But no, Gabby's the aggressor, And she hurt Brian. No, she's not the aggressor in that situation. That's a Brian Laundrie is the aggressor type of incident, and you guys are hiding because, you're scared of what I'm about to say. But I promise to keep it PG.
Definitely not hiding. Definitely not.
What's wrong with Skylar?
Skylar's got that face.
Y'all know that face and I'm mad. Y'all know it. So, look, I agree with the recommendations from the report of what they should do. This is about the only part of a 99-page report I agree with. But, most officers need more, should be placed on probation. Domestic violence training needs to be implemented, and legal and other training. I agree with that 100%. But what this idiot that wrote this report, he wasted his time writing a 99-page report of lies. Okay? Probably 95 out of 99 pages are lies. Total lies.
I
He
thought
sat
police
there.
didn't like doing paperwork.
Do what?
I thought police didn't like doing paperwork. Or is that just Hollywood?
They lie in them, so, they lie in paperwork, so obviously, that was obvious there. Sorry, Gabby Petito was not the aggressor in that incident. We will go back. She was obviously in distress, and Ryan was just sitting there, oh, I'm fine, joking with the officers. How is that not suspicious? Gabby's crying, hyperventilating, having a full-on panic attack, and doesn't know what to do. And when they said she was on the phone with her parents in the back of the car, she wasn't either, because the parents did not know about that event. So I don't know who. She was probably on the phone with Brian's parents, not hers, because her parents never got a call that day saying, or a text that day saying, oh, this happened. Gabby did not call and tell them that. From what I've heard, I'm going to go with from what I've heard in interviews that I've watched. And I've watched a lot of interviews. I've spent a lot of hours watching YouTube videos with the title saying Gabby Petito. I've watched a lot of news stories with the title Gabby Petito or Brian Laundrie. I've watched hours and hours and hours and hours of film on this case.
You
And
sound like me. I'm researching the Chili Bowl. I
and
sent him a screenshot during like fifth period. I'm like, definitely not me on the Chili Bowl website.
yeah. And I don't think I should continue talking. I want to keep this show PG.
Okay,
Yeah.
wait. Okay, let's put money down now, Adam. Okay.
All right, I don't know who these
put
freaking bots are, but screw them.
$5 on yelling at the private investigator.
Oh.
$2 on law enforcement. $2 on law enforcement.
Oh, I can go ahead. Y'all, I can.
$5 on law enforcement, $2 on private investigator.
Okay. And I'm gonna do $10 on whoever wrote up that report.
Oh.
$10 on whoever
Oh,
wrote
well,
up
let's
that
just go ahead and start. I'm not going to be yelling, but you're going to be able to tell I'm mad, okay?
Ranting. That's
Oh,
right.
I'm going to be ranting. All right. Sorry for the person that wrote this report, but you are a complete idiot. All right. Sorry. You're a complete idiot. You're a complete idiot. And this is why you're a complete idiot. You said, okay, first off, I want to talk with this private investigator, and I will be civil. I want him to go through this 2 hours from each, an hour from each of the two officers of body cam video we have. And I want him to point out to me what makes Gabby the primary aggressor. Okay, she made 2 statements saying, oh, I hit him. But God, she's just trying to get him not to go to jail. That's all she's trying to do. The clear and obvious facts are there that Brian was the primary aggressor. Officer Robbins, Officer Pratt, the 2 United States Park Service officers that was there. I'm sorry to you folks, but you guys need a little more training.
Cha-ching!
you guys need more training, because I'm about tired of these cops at these domestic violence scenes. We've seen too many of it, too much of it. I'm tired of it. The people, and I'm not talking about this case by itself. I'm talking about domestic violence as a whole. And I have came very close to this in a personal life. Holden might not know that story. Adam knows that story very well.
I think I do.
Anyone that was in news crew with me in 8th grade knows it. Or at least the 8th graders know it very well. Colin knows it well, too. So, yeah, so with this, that's the thing. These domestic violence situations need to be treated a whole lot more seriously than what they are. And they aren't treated seriously. So this isn't just a Moab thing. This isn't just throwing this out at Moab, but this is throwing it out at all law enforcement. Sorry, more domestic violence training is needed, including in district attorney's offices. And you do not want me to go in depth on that, because if I go in depth on that, we will be here all night, and I will be pissed off. I'm getting on my phone to call myself.
He's on his phone. I was about to say, you know? I think that's $15 for me.
No. Okay, no. I said law enforcement.
You said law enforcement $5. I said law enforcement $2.
Yep.
But I said $10 on whoever wrote up the document.
Oh, I've done that one. Yeah, I've done that one too. But I'm sorry, the domestic violence training is needed. The DA training is needed on charges for domestic violence cases. No more info on a public YouTube live stream. Well, the private investigator technically counts the person that wrote the report. Same people.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
I'm not going in depth on district attorneys. We might need to go to a new topic before I'm in a pissed off mood all night.
I feel like you're still trying to smolder a little bit. I'm happy nobody's watching the live stream right now.
Oh, thank goodness.
Hey, I'm about to football this.
It's probably good no one's watching the live stream, right? Well, actually, it says there's one viewer right now, but it's probably good there's really no one.
Here, watch it. It's going to land straight on my beanbag on the other side of the room. Watch. Ready? Wait, I'm not good being a system. I'm not a system QB. Ha ha ha. Ryan Tannehill joke. Oh, made it.
Sorry, I'm trying to calm myself. I'm trying to calm down.
In other news.
In other news, anything besides the district attorney's office
Subscribe
for
to
the
the
day.
Has-Beens podcast. Go follow us on Instagram. Follow our chat snap. Follow our chat snap. Wait, we have Twitter. We have Twitter, right?
Yes, we have a Twitter. It's not updated, but we have it.
Okay, we got Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Go subscribe to Top 5 24 on YouTube, Instagram, maybe Twitter.
Maybe soon.
I have a story.
Oh gosh. Oh wait, I'm not done yet. Go follow Adam on Instagram, Skylar on Instagram and Twitter. Go look out for the new Instagram that's coming out. It's Bro Family Racing. Okay, go
root for the Titans.
Subscribe to the Legacy Boys.
Subscribe to the Legacy Boys.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
If me, race car driver, Holden Rose, subscribe to the Legacy Boys, you should too.
Yeah, if the Legacy Boys want to put out, a little bit of cha-ching, they might be able to get a sticker on a go-kart.
In my interviews.
Yeah, you might be able to get you a little sticker and let you get talked about on TV a little bit from Holden. But
it'd be better than a Midway Mafia sticker on it. Call out.
Money talks.
Anyway, Mafia. Cash is king.
Anyway.
I'll say shut up on this one.
It is it's almost 9 o'clock. So it's about time for mid episode story with Adam.
Oh gosh. I did say that.
Lord help me.
I did say that.
This is a track story.
Oh no.
Today.
Hey, it's not a band story at least.
Okay, remember PG. PG. Parental guidance.
So there I was. I was getting ready to run my final race of the day, the 300-meter dash.
You sound how dramatically I explained getting run over.
I had my gloves on, my hands are freezing, my toes, I could barely feel my toes. It was freezing outside. And we were at another high school. And you're probably thinking, Adam, it's winter time. Why are you running track outdoors?
Indoor track.
It's supposed to be indoor track. But it's just winter track because the school that we go to to run these meets doesn't have enough money to have an indoor track. So
they are in our county. They aren't gonna give enough money to do it either.
Okay, I'm sorry, but the Mason building looks like a bomb. Like it was like a bomb shelter after the bomb went off. I'm sorry.
I swear, freaking idiots with their snow forecasting.
Bomb shelters after it got destroyed. Dude, have you not seen, there's what's her name? I was about to say Mr.
But anyway,
whatever her
name.
The new teacher, the dude who left.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
There's a huge crack that just runs up her wall. Yeah. And it runs all the way up to the ceiling. And I'm like, I look at that every day when I come to school. I'm like, that's gonna break the school in half or something.
That room is just the foundation of the Mason building.
It's probably like the cornerstone or something.
But anyway, as I was saying, it was a dark and cold night. It really was, I promise.
It is 32 outside right now in the town that he ran that in.
And as the stupid person I was, I decided to take off my hoodie because I thought
Idiot.
Oh, it won't be that long till I ran, right? Wrong. Just
Wrong.
wrong. There were 3 entire heats of the girls, for the girls, and there were 6 heats. I was running in the 5th heat for the boys 300.
Did you
That
not know
means I waited 7 races, 7 40-minute races, not 40-minute, 40-second races. So I was there for about, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm not about to do that math.
that? Oh, come on, man. At least do the math a little bit.
Probably around 8 minutes, 7 minutes.
Yeah, sure. We'll go with that. Sure, we'll go with
I'm
that.
over
Yeah.
here. I'm freezing. I'm freezing, but I'm also trying to focus. I'm just like, I can't focus on how cold it is right now. All I have to do is the race in front of me. That's what I need to focus on.
Oh, I'd been
I
focusing
was
on the
just
weather.
shaking. I mean, there was nothing I could do. I was freezing cold out there. I was waiting for my heat to be called, and I realized my two friends which were the only 2 other people who were running this meet, who was running this race. They were in the same meet, and I was all alone. I'll be running all alone in a meet. So I'm just like, this happens, and I'm telling you, this happens every single time, every single meet. I'm in either the last meet or the next to last, the last heat or the next to last heat. So it's fine. It's fine.
Well, next time
fine.
before you take
It's
your
fine.
hoodie off, if you have a temperature question, you've got a friend here that, might know a little bit about the weather.
Yeah. And if you got any car questions, you got a race car driver out here.
Yeah.
I don't need no weather tips.
Don't use those weather apps on your phone that are predicting 6 to freaking 12 inches
I
of
was
freaking
wearing
snow
gloves.
Sunday night.
I would get the weather up to
I was
it's
wearing
like $12.
gloves. I was wearing gloves that weren't working.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Alpine Star, not to call you out or anything, but you're
Last
great.
Friday
You're
I
close.
went out in the freezing cold and snow
cold.
without gloves. Gloves, no, I don't wear them. Because then I can't use my phone. And then that makes me mad, so I don't wear gloves outside. Because normally, if I'm outside in cold weather and snow, I'm getting videos to go to some TV station. So there's no point in wearing gloves.
I mean, I don't need gloves. I don't need my phone before a meet anyway, so I wore them. So finally my heat gets called, and I line up against the track. I get ready. I set up my blocks. I get my ready position, and he says, "On your marks." I walk into my blocks, get set. I stand up, and then the gun shoots, and I burst off running, sprinting. This is 300 meters, by the way, and pretty much for a track. Say if a full track is 400 meters, I'm pretty much running most of that track at a full sprint. And I was on the most outer. I was on the most outer.
Were you like on the 8th lane or like the 7th lane?
I was on the 6th lane.
Okay.
And that was the most outer lane that you could have in that race.
Oh, okay. Well, I just know that because I think ours, the battle has 7. Is it 7 or 6?
6.
6. Okay, that must be my school. My old school used to have 7.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of tracks have 6 and a lot of tracks have 8. A lot of tracks have 8. But there wasn't much left of that story, though. I ran, and I finished that race. I bend down, catch my breath. I turn around, and the second place winner was still crossing the finish line. It was strange. I was never that far ahead in a race before. So, it caught me off guard.
So you won by a long distance.
Yeah. I ended up actually getting 3rd place in the 300-meter dash. So,
Wow. No, I
That was
like
before.
on a 300-meter dash, but I'm also like, I don't like cardio, so. Hey, but I am working out. I'm trying to lose some weight, but I'm also trying to gain some pounds for my cardio.
Yo.
Lose weight.
I realized, like, after I started track and cross country, and I started seeing that I got slimmer, I was just like, oh, but I'm getting too slim, and I'm getting, like, bone. I'm becoming bony.
Okay, here's the thing. I looked at when I was like, okay, I felt very self-conscious in middle school about my weight.
Oh,
So
yeah?
I started working out a lot, and I worked out a lot during quarantine. So I built up like this. But I kept gaining weight, and I was mad. I was like, where is all this weight going? And then one day, I'm just working out, and I look down. My calves have veins in them, and I'm like, I'm just like, okay, that explains it.
Hi. No, sorry. I'm over here. I looked at something and. Okay. Sorry.
You just said hi.
No, I said
Yeah.
why.
I'm grown.
Oh, why?
What the? What?
Cotton.
Okay.
Cotton 4K.
Yeah, Colton 4K over there.
Getting
No.
cotton 4K. Hey, Adam, do that again.
Boom.
What did I do?
You know when you were just all like, the screen. Hey, Scotty, let me send you that photo from the liquor
Nah,
store.
I'm scared.
Send me what? Oh yeah.
Want me to send that to you? You
Yeah.
make your wallpaper.
Yeah. Well, actually, my wallpaper right now for the next until the Super Bowl has to be Tennessee Titans.
For
Until we get eliminated.
all season.
Till we get eliminated, my wallpaper is we're just getting started. Tennessee tough. 2021 playoffs.
Just getting
I'm
started.
getting the sad disease of the lanky runner disease, where all cross country and track runners are like the lankiest people alive.
They are. Y'all run so much at your calves. You're so skinny. Like, I don't get that.
I mean, a lot of our friends have it too. Like Aiden has it. Simeon.
I would run like 2 miles a day, and my calves are like throbbing. Like, what happened to y'all? Also, I got a high metabolism, so I can eat like 6-ounce steak and like feel nothing. Got that metabolism. Got that metabolism.
So since we're not talking.
Hey, if anybody wanted to pay for a broken HyperX headset, text me if you are. It's broken. I got the receipt right here. I'm gonna try and get it for store credit next time I'm out.
I have a HyperX headset, I think.
I got a new one for Christmas, and that one broke.
I've got a wireless one.
Conveniently, December 23rd.
I've got a wireless
I'm
one.
currently working on a script for a video for the Legacy Boys, because the Legacy Boys has a YouTube channel that you should totally subscribe to. Yeah, definitely.
I'm doing shameless self promos too then.
We're gonna
get. Nah, well, they are going to be mentioned in this one.
The K.
They are going to be mentioned. So Appalachian Highlands weather, with all the snowstorm information coming out, and you have local stations.
This is why
not mentioning the name, which local station overhyping the event a little bit so far, because we're still now 4 days out from this potential winter storm. You can trust us. We're not going to overhype it. Okay? Yes, there's a winter weather potential. We're not overhyping it, okay? We'll give you snowfall amounts probably about 48 hours out. And those are probably going to be a little conservative because I know how these systems work. This is probably one of the trickiest ones, though, that I have forecasted. Because you have the chance of snow, sleet, freezing rain, and rain all in 24 hours. 24 to 36 hours.
And this, people, is why we very much do enjoy Pauline's company because she keeps us three from doing shameless plugs all the
she does
time.
keep us some things. Hey, y'all should go support Holden Road Motorsport.
Yeah.
Oh,
I gotta agree with this one.
Racing.
Yeah, I gotta agree with this one.
oh my gosh.
5 wins. Look at that rack. 5 wins.
5 winners.
Well, after
Get
this
that.
podcast, what do you guys plan on doing?
Well, I am gonna say one thing first, more about my shameless
Got that
self promo.
trophy.
There's that trophy.
Trophy?
Appalachian Highlands Leather is endorsed by Ballad Health along with their CEO, Alan Levine. So, just saying, you can trust us to keep you updated with the very latest weather information live on Facebook, Twitter, if you follow my Instagram because you know me personally. Yeah. You all, yeah.
There you go. That's a decent background.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're doing we're doing Holden promos now.
Yeah, we're doing Holden promos now. Okay, I'll get my late model in here then.
Yeah.
Got that Ashley win, boys.
I need to watch a movie after this. I need to watch a movie after this. Like, Lexi tells me that it's a really sad movie. Midnight Sun, it's called.
I've never watched it, but I mean, that's really expected. I don't watch movies, so.
I was planning on watching it with my sister, but like, nah, that's too much work.
Yeah, too much work.
That's work. Also, when my racing career is complete and I am a retired old man champion, I'll be selling these bottles. These bottles are filled with a piece of Matt Banks' fiberglass off of his go-kart that poked my tire, broke it. A couple pieces of rock from Kingsport, a couple pieces of rock from Ashway and Godspeed. Could be yours.
Jars sold separately.
Yeah, jars sold separately. Rock sold separately. For season 1, 2021.
It will be $39.99 plus tax, and you still have to pay the shipping and handling charges.
And this is our new bottle. As soon as I clear out all the dollar bills out of this. Apparently, this is $1 million shredded up. Apparently.
Okay, then that is worth $1 million, and then you have to pay shipping and handling.
Maybe we could fold this all together because apparently it's $1 million bill. Apparently. So maybe we could piece it all together and have $1 million. And go buy
before I get upset about $1 million being torn into shreds and put inside a tiny jar, I'm gonna end this episode.
All right, let's end it. Honestly.
Thank you guys for watching today. It's been a blast, honestly. I mean, Bill Holland wasn't here. Hopefully she'll come back. I don't know what happened to her. She said she just needed a break. Yeah. So hopefully she'll be back next time. But if you'd like and subscribe, do all that awesome stuff, that'll be great.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I don't think. Support our shameless self promos.
Yes, go support me and Richard Atkins Racing.
Pro Family Racing, Appalachian Highlands Weather, Has-Beens Podcast, and that is it.
The Legacy Boys.
I was going to try not to mention them.
We've been your hosts. I'm Adam.
I'm Skylar.
And I'm Holden.
And we'll see you guys next week.